Okay, so Tudor officially released the new Ranger in Dune White. And I gotta say, I love it. I think it's such a cool watch. We're gonna go over the specs, we're gonna go over the design and the price. But first, for all of my watch enthusiasts, to understand the context of this release a little better, we're gonna do a quick segment of how in the world did we get here? Here we go. The official release of the Tudor Ranger line was actually in the 1960s. Reference number 7995. And here we can clearly see that same Ranger design language. At this time, it was only available in black and only in 34 millimeters. But here's the interesting part. In 1929, Hans Wilsdorf had already registered the name Ranger, 30 years before its official release. And why the word Ranger? The word implies a lot of things. I mean, it's literally related to the word wanderer, explorer. Anyway, remember, Hans Wilsdorf was obsessed with the concept of making a go anywhere, do anything watch. And this idea is the core philosophy for both Rolex and Tudor. And it's interesting because by this time, Rolex had already achieved 2 out of its 3 major pillars. The first one being the chronometer certification, and then they had the first waterproof watch with the Oyster case. By the time Hans Wilsdorf registered the name Ranger, they were on the verge of releasing their perpetual rotor. So it's clear that Hans Wilsdorf had the concept of this Ranger watch. He just needed to test it, and he needed the right testimony. So a few years before the official release of the Ranger, in 1952, you had the British North Greenland expedition. And here we see the emergence of like the pre-Ranger watches, the Tudor Oyster Prince. Now Wilsdorf supplied 26 of these watches for the expedition under 2 conditions. First, continuous wear in order to test the automatic rotor. And second, they were asked to keep logbooks recording the watch's accuracy throughout the expedition. You fast forward to 2025, Tudor is now the official timekeeper for the Dakar Rally. We can begin to truly appreciate the historical context and inspiration behind this release. Taking a closer look at the watch, we can start with the obvious, which is the new color, being described as Dune White, which I think is just like a romantic term for beige. You have a 39mm steel case with a lug width of 20 millimeters and a case thickness of 12 millimeters. Indices are printed in black, 12, 3, 6, and 9, and unlike the black dial Ranger, they're non-luminous, so Tudor added these lume plots above each hour marker, and I think that contributes to that Oyster Prince connection. And really quick guys, if you're enjoying this content, please give the video a like and subscribe. It really does help the channel grow, which gives me more access to watches like this so that I can make more videos for you guys. Spear-tipped hour hand, PVD coated in black. I really like the contrast of the black on beige. I think it's extremely legible, and the pop of color from the burgundy tip second hands it just looks better to me on this new variant. When we take a closer look at the case, pretty much everything on this watch has a satin finish, except for this mirrored bevel on the outside of the bezel. I think it just adds a touch of visual interest. Bracelet, again, all satin. Even the sides are brushed, which is perfect for a tool watch. I think this all helps to hide some of those scratches from daily wear. And then you have Tudor's ever famous T-fit clasp. It's comfortable and easy to adjust on the fly. Easily one of my favorite things about Tudor. And a small detail that always goes unnoticed. Tudor uses these ceramic ball bearings on all of their friction points, which is just going to increase the longevity of the clasp, makes it nice and smooth to open and close. Just small details that make a really big difference over time. I also wanted to compare the new black 36mm Ranger next to the 39mm Ranger. To be honest, you guys, I thought this was going to be kind of small, but I actually like the way that it fits, especially on the woven strap. I mean, this looks to me like the perfect travel watch. It's robust, it's low key, Now on this one, you're going to have a lug-to-lug of 19 millimeters with a case thickness of 11 millimeters. The 36 millimeter on the bracelet is going to be 3,700, and the 36 millimeter on the woven strap is 3,550, which easily makes it one of Tudor's most accessible pieces. 39 is going to be 3,825. And the 39 on the strap is going to be 3,475. This watch is sporting the MT 5400 series in-house caliber movement from Tudor, COSC certified -2 +5 with a 70-hour power reserve. So what are my closing thoughts here? Well, I think Tudor has been killing it this entire year, and this is just another great addition to their catalog. I think people have been wanting a white dial Explorer or like some lighter colored dial Explorer 1. Not sure if Rolex is going to do that, but either way, Tudor's doing it now. And the price point is pretty accessible. I think either this or the classic Black Bay 58 would be a great starting point for someone who is trying to get into Tudor. Either way, I hope that the Tudor Ranger line starts to get a little bit more love, kind of like how the Explorer line does here on YouTube. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and like and subscribe. And like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.